BetOnSports.com.
Okay, we moving into our new segment, the off-season segment, the first of the off-season segment. We're gonna be calling it the future of the air, the quarterback edition. I'm gonna give you a player, a quarterback name that their career is up in the air, and you give me their destination of where you think they're gonna spend next year playing. Okay, Frankie, I'm gonna let you start off with Deshaun Watson.
The Jets. I really think the Jets are going to make that move, man. I know you shake your head all you want. The Jets are desperate, and they a trash-ass fucking team. They need a quarterback. And if they do that, they can do whatever they want. I see you, Sean. I do.
And that's one of the teams he want to go to, surprisingly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he wants to go there? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Please stay away from there.
They don't got no running game. They don't got no fucking passing game. They don't got no fucking game. They don't got no fucking team. Deshaun Watson
ain't got no coach.
Who is their coach?
They got Saleh.
Oh no, they got Robert Saleh. Yeah, they got Saleh from. Yeah, I like him.
Well, I thought Gase was still there. I don't count him as a coach. I don't know what he was doing.
They fired that dude literally 25 minutes after that last game. I'm pretty sure. As soon as he hit the door, get out.
Pink slip.
Hit him with that Vince McMahon. You're fired. All right, I'm going to get my prediction on Deshaun Watson. I still think he's going to go to the Carolina Panthers to, go with that run CMC and, those receivers. They're going to probably give up, some first-round picks, the gauntlet for them. But I think Carolina sails out and go for them. Sean?
Look, I like Watson, but I don't know where he's going to end up just because Houston – every day, all I hear is, "Oh, we want to keep him. We want to keep him." Like they're not trying to. To me, it doesn't seem like they're willing to ship him out because they don't want to.
They will. No, they will.
But I kind of agree with DeAndre because they're the only team right now that kind of has interest in him. The only one you hear rumors about is the Panthers. So I mean, if that does happen, kudos to him. But I think Houston's going to take their good old time with this. But I don't think Watson's going to let them because, he been over there talking to Harden. I think he about to do some crazy stuff, push his way up out of there. He's like, y'all about to get me out of here. Y'all about to get me out of here.
Show up to the Jets. Fat as hell.
I don't think he's going to do that, but y'all going to start seeing him do some crazy stuff. Houston don't ship him out.
All right, Elijah.
Yeah, I don't know where he will land. I think it's a few places I think he would be perfect for. But I like Carolina. I think that offense would be super deadly if he go there.
You think they'd be the favorites in the South?
Oh yeah, hands down.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, for sure. Okay. But with Watson, I know he won out, but Houston doesn't want him out. So they're going to drive a hard bargain. They're not going to make it easy for teams to get him. That's for sure.
That's why I think the Jets will be desperate.
I don't see him still being in Houston. That's dead.
Oh no, I totally agree. He's not going to be.
He's not returning. He already said he's not returning. He ain't even talking to them accepting calls. Like this man's still there, training camp. He ain't coming. If he's still there at the beginning of the season, he ain't playing. Yeah. Watson to me. He hasn't been a guy like, give me my money. He will sit out games to lose money. He don't care. Get me out of here.
Listen, Watson, the only way he's going to show for Houston is either in the stands with the fans or on the sideline watching them get fucking whacked with their backup quarterbacks.
That'd be savage. You're supposed to be with the team. You in the stands watching them get married.
Hey,
cheering on the opposing team.
In the stands with the fans and with the poster fans.
He just sitting there taking selfies with fake ass cardboard fans. I'm dead.
And one thing I gotta add, if he really goes to the Jets, I'll feel like Houston just did that because they were mad he wanted out. And like, you know what? Go to this worst organization ever.
Kind of like the Giants and Odell.
Yeah, because I think the Jets got Cleveland beat in the worst organization ever. Cleveland's been turning things around. The Jets don't look like they either trying to or They don't
Jets
look
have
like
been
they're
joke
trying to go in the right
quite a few
direction ever
years.
at all.
My
Give
only
him some time.
hold on. My only reasoning behind the Jets is because if you're going to offer a first round pick, what other team? The Houston doesn't have a first round pick, and I know Panthers will offer their 7th, but the Jets have the number 2 pick, and that can get you either Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, and there's your rebuilding quarterback. So I mean, that's what they're leaning towards, at least Houston wise. That's who they would want. The Jets would get Deshaun Watson. They instantly think they're a 5-win team instead of a 4-win team.
4.5.
Also, I
4.5.
add something. There's another place I would like to see him go. I only say Carolina because they keep popping up with rumors. But there's one team that they don't even know who their quarterback is right now, and they're not coming up in any rumors whatsoever.
Washington.
The Colts. They're not coming up in any rumors whatsoever. We don't even know who their quarterback is, and they're not trying to go after nobody. Like all these guys that say they want out, or these guys whose future's in there, they just sitting quiet. So I wonder what they got planned.
Yeah, last time we talked about this, I said that's who I want him to go to. I want him to go to the Colts.
Like it would be nice. Their defense is legit.
The Niners
would be a nice team.
Oh,
it's a few spots. Yeah,
man.
Kyle Shanahan got a good offense, man. The way they run them cats, wide receivers, it would look like a fucking read option Sunday morning or Saturday morning football or some shit out there. Army running football out there.
All right, we're gonna go to another name. A name that's quite frankly up in the air. Dak Prescott. Elijah, I'm gonna let you start on this. Does he stay with the Cowboys? Because I found out that they can franchise tag him again. But do you think he stays in Dallas, or do you think he ends up elsewhere?
It's a tough one for me because of what just happened with Dak Prescott, what he just had to go through. You get franchise tagged and then you get injured, and it's a tough situation. But I don't see him. I think it's a very slim chance that he stays in Dallas. Put it like that. I think it's a very slim chance. It's still a possibility because of the type of player that Dak is. Dak isn't just a leave my team high and dry type of guy. But I'm sure he also wants his money. I'm sure he also wants to be in a situation where he feels like it's not everything being put on him. And I'm sure he wants a situation where he at least has a running back that can be trusted to be consistent. I love Zeke, but I mean, yeah, exactly.
We both know where he's going.
Yeah, and I think that would be a great spot for him too. Y'all don't want to see Dak in Indianapolis for sure.
Man,
that's scary.
Tennessee don't want to see that, man.
For sure, they don't want to see that.
He'll turn their wide receivers into household names.
No.
Right.
Frankie?
I'm with Elijah, man. I think Indy would be a beautiful spot. I don't see him coming back to Dallas. It would take, I think him and Jerry Jones are, if they franchise tag him, they're going to pay him $37 million for 1 year. And then they get a chance to somehow franchise tag him the following year, it'd be $52 million. Just pay the fucking man. Stop being cheap. Because eventually you're going to get pissed and just want to trade. Because no one wants to sit there and spend the entire, you're going one year at a time. If I I'm going to pick two because I agree with Elijah, Indianapolis, and if not Indy, I definitely would not mind seeing him in San Francisco. Garoppolo is overrated. I think they need a real quarterback, and if you put him in San Francisco,
Capo 2.0,
I think he'd be better. He's got the accuracy. I think Dak's a very, very good quarterback that people don't give him credit for. Mm-hmm. He made Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, all them cats look really good at the beginning of this year. Where Dak was going to get MVP votes, I think, if he kept going the way he was going. Yep. They were a bad team, but dude, he was airing it out. So definitely one of them two teams, I would say.
Okay, Sean.
I don't like Dak, but I'm going to give credit where credit is due. He is really good in the play action and outside the pocket on the move. That being said, I do think that he comes back to the Cowboys. And I do think that Jerry Jones, and I think he has been doing, is he's looking at what this team, the whole team played like with Dak under center. I think he's looking at his checkbook right now and saying, how do we get this thing done? I do not think that they will try to franchise tag him. I think he will open up the checkbook and pay Dak. For the last 2 seasons, especially last year, and then compared to how he started off this season, and then what their very first game with him out looked like, how bad the whole team looked. Not just talking about just the offense, just the defense, and Zeke. The whole team. Dak means a lot to this team, and I think Jerry's going to see that and pay him. As an owner, you have to see that and pay him. And even if you do pay him and you don't think that is working out no more, you just ship him out just like the Rams did with Goff. But I do think
can't let him walk.
Yeah, I do think that's something you have to look at as an owner. And Dak really means a lot to that team. Everyone could see it when the Cowboys were playing. I think Jerry Jones is going to pay him. Don't know how, but I think he is. He'll give him what he wants this time.
Okay.
What's the Cowboys draft pick? Anybody know?
Top 10. I don't know.
Top 10? I'm just thinking because if they don't, let's say Dak does walk, I mean, there's plenty of young quarterbacks to be taken, even if you don't want to be able to correct it some other way.
Yeah, but that's also you got to mold them.
There is, but like Elijah said, Dak to me and from the media, like even when he did sign that franchise tag, he was just mad about money. It didn't sound at all like he was like, oh, I'm going to be out of here. Like, if you don't give me what I want, I'm out of here. Like, he sounds like he wants to be a Cowboy, and everything he does, his whole pizzazz about him, his whole charisma, sounds like he wants to be a Cowboy. He wants to be the leader of that team. He wants to get paid for what he's worth. And I agree with that. That's why I said I'm going to tip my hat off to where credit is due. I mean, I don't like him. But at a point, you have to look, and what is your team good at, and where are they good? They're good with Dak under center when you're doing these things. Look at how bad y'all looked without him. It's time to pay the man. Open up the checkbook.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give mine right now, because it goes with something else. So save my Dak Prescott. All right, moving on to the next name. Sean, I'm gonna let you kick off your boy, Mr. Aaron Rodgers.
Rodgers. If I was Rodgers, I'm pressuring the team to do what they should have done, which is get me somebody else that can get open more than Alan Lazard and Valdez-Scantling. Devontae Adams is really good. What?
Who can catch the ball?
Yeah, not even that. You got to get separation. Devontae Adams is a beast. I'm not saying he's bad, but the offense, you need to be able to. Somebody else has to get separation. Aaron Rodgers could throw you open. He's the type of quarterback. He can throw you open, but you have to get separation. There's no way I go to 5 championship games and I've only won 1 of those, and I've been there twice, back-to-back years, and we're losing. 1, because my receivers dropped the ball. 2, I'm getting sacked. Like the Eagles and Lions and Giants line was playing earlier this year. Got sacked 6 times in a championship game. And 3, everyone was dropping the ball still. Like, Devontae Adams had dropped the touchdown. I mean, granted, you're good, so we're going to let that one slide. Lazard basically dropped the ball for an interception. Like, come on now. Like, Rodgers told them what he wanted. He was mad about the pick. Yes, you got to get a QB, let him learn. Probably going to keep him behind Rodgers. But 1, you got to get somebody else that can get some type of separation outside of Devontae Adams. And 2, I'm making y'all pay me. Y'all giving me money because I'm worth some money. More than what I got on my contract. And everybody knows it. Everybody knows Aaron Rodgers is a bad man. Everybody knows. Pay me my money and get me somebody that can get some separation. I think he stays because he's not a dude that's going to go out. If he goes out, okay, I'm cool with that. He'd be good probably anywhere else because he's that man. But I think he stays. I don't think he wants to leave Green Bay.
No, I don't think he leaves either. I honestly think he finishes his career in Green Bay. but I do have a nudge. I feel like a team that I think that could try to go after him, and people gonna hate me, but I say Pittsburgh. If Pittsburgh try to get Aaron Rodgers, lights out.
No,
Pittsburgh easily get him.
They can't afford him to pay him. They would have to drop their whole fucking defense to pay that man. You know that.
Yeah.
No, if they get rid of Big Ben's contract, they have enough.
They're already gonna do that. He's gonna restructure his deal. I'm telling you, the team's not gonna pick up the team option. They're gonna sign him on a cheaper 1-year deal. Ben already said he'd be down with it.
Mm-hmm.
I do think he stays in Green Bay, but it'd be fun to see him in the division. Frankie?
I don't want to see Aaron Rodgers in the division ever in my life. We'd never win shit. We already don't. I think he stays. I do. I don't see him leaving. The only team that would make sense to me is because he's from California or San Francisco, and I've said that a couple of times, but Aaron Rodgers in San Francisco would be amazing. But I think he stays. I think if they did trade him, could you imagine what it would take to trade for him?
Dude, I'm asking for the farm. You got to give me the farm. You giving me the whole team for Aaron Rodgers. Seriously.
That's what I'm saying. I don't give a damn.
I would give probably a first and Nick Bosa. Yeah.
Dude, you're giving me the NBA James Harden trade. That's what you're giving me.
Hell yeah. I want your
I'm being dead serious.
I want your best players. Yep. Hell yeah.
I'm being dead serious.
I want your best players. Kids.
Yep. Sign your grandma. I want everybody.
That's what I'm saying, bro. For real, though. Could you imagine what it would take to trade for Aaron Rodgers? And Aaron Rodgers is 38. He's not 23 anymore.
It don't matter. He's a bad man.
Dude, he's arguably the best quarterback to ever play this game. The dude, Sean, do you remember the Sunday night game against the Bears where he dislocated his left shoulder?
Yep.
He one-armed a fucking touchdown.
He came out and played the rest of the game. It brought them back. They were getting crushed with one arm. Double digits, too.
He threw a 60-yard touchdown in a bucket in the corner of the end zone to Valdez-Scantling. I remember that play. I looked at Sean. I told Sean, I said, that was the most craziest play I've ever seen in my life. Because he just slinged it. Just didn't even aim it, just threw it. But I do think he stays in Green Bay. I don't see them trading the arguably probably soon to be MVP. There ain't no way in hell.
Okay. Elijah?
Yeah, you already know Aaron Rodgers is my favorite quarterback. I mean, the things he does with the ball, the places he puts the ball in, I mean, it's picture perfect. You can't ask for better execution from a quarterback in terms of throwing the ball. Yeah, he's not leaving Green Bay, though. Hell no. Green Bay will be dumb as hell for even letting him think about leaving. Get that man the pieces he needs to win. It's that simple.
Imagine getting him a wide receiver that can catch the ball, not named Devontae Adams.
Right.
Give him a first-round rookie.
And like Sean said, a wide receiver that can get separation, because that's the key. You need to at least make teams think you're going to beat them with this guy. And it can't always be Devontae Adams. It can't, because teams are going to start doubling him. He's going to have to work extra hard. But if they see that there's another receiver who can get separation, get open, catch the ball, and make plays downfield, now it's harder to double cover one guy. So now everybody's going to eat. But if I know that all I have to do is shut Devontae Adams' water off and y'all have nothing coming, that's what they're going to do. In the playoffs, that's easy as hell to stop.
Definitely.
I got something else to add on that. This is how you know you need some type of help, like a receiver. Aaron Rodgers in these championship games is not having bad games. Think he only has one interception in these games. You know how many teams would kill that are in the playoffs that their quarterback only throws one interception? I mean, shit, Brady threw 3 and still won the game because nobody could do nothing on offense. He threw 3 interceptions. Like Aaron Rodgers, we know he had the better game, but he didn't get the win.
Right.
He had the better game, but did not get the win.
True.
I'm not going to come at Dre for the 3 interceptions because of the cold weather bullshit. I'm
Oh
feeling
no! Well, I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying he had the better game, but did not get the win.
Oh no, I agree. He played phenomenal. It's just
but did not get the
trash.
win. Like you got to get him help. There's only so far one man can carry you, or 2 men in this case.
Listen, Devontae Adams needs another person opposite of him.
Yeah.
Point blank, period.
We all know that.
I mean,
Rodgers told us that, and the organization did not listen.
The receivers dropped
Did not
4,
listen.
not 1, not 2, not 3. They dropped 4 fucking passes that was right on the money. 1 touchdown dropped, and Aaron Rodgers was pissed.
1 2-point conversion.
1
for an interception. Like, these are drops for valuable things.
Yeah.
Like, you lost the game by 5 points. If you didn't drop a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and a ball for interception, you win the game.
Yeah.
Simple as that.
And if they get a first-round receiver, watch out, NFL. Watch out, Lions.
It's gonna be a good one.
It's gonna be crazy. But moving on to the next quarterback, I'm gonna start this off because it goes with my other thing. Drew Brees. Now, hats out to Drew Brees, phenomenal career. He's been saying it's been rumblings about him retiring. I do think he retires this year. I think the ribs and the cartilage he can't throw the ball far. I think he's done with this year. And I see Dak Prescott going to New Orleans. I think that's a perfect fit for him. I don't think he stays with the Cowboys. I think they go from him. I think Drew Brees retires. He's already talking about it. He's already been talking about it. And it's just after watching him this year, it's not the same Drew Brees. He can't throw the same. Elijah, I'm going to let you start off this one.
I want to preface this by saying Drew Brees is one of my favorite quarterbacks of all time. Great career. What he did in that city is phenomenal. He will always be a legend for that. But it's time to hang it up.
Here you go. We getting that way, huh?
I just want to know, I started the props on the show with the biscuits. I started the props with the biscuits. I like the hanger, but I started the props.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean,
definitely.
Drew Brees had a great career, like you said, Dre. We all know that. But the way it ended, I'd hate to see him leave on that note. That's the only reason I kind of don't want him to hang it up because I know what type of player he is. But as a fan, I don't want to see him get busted up again. I just don't want to see that. So I'm torn on it, but I think it's time to hang it up.
Definitely. And after that injury he just had, I mean, it's not going to get any better, I should say. It's not going to get any better. Your career, you're already a Hall of Famer. You brought joy to that city. You redefined that whole football team. I mean, you got a Super Bowl. I mean, it's nothing else for him to do. He got records. So just, like you said, hang it up. Frankie?
I do believe he's retired. There's nothing much to say, man. He's been phenomenal. He's arguably been, I don't know.
Top 5.
He's been one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, and that's a stretch to say. But he started kind of like the air raid, like offense of football. It's been lately, like the last how many years? 10 years, 12 years since they started like going from a running style to. Remember when Dan Marino's record couldn't be touched for 5,000 yards, and then like 7 of them dudes, including him, broke that record in 1 year. It just shows like there's this. He evolved that offense. He did great things when, after Katrina, I remember that game, that Sunday night game, just everything about that was just so hype. And then, they won their title finally. They did. It was just something that he needed, man. And he needs to hang it up, though. He doesn't have the arm strength he used to. He has one wide receiver.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'm sorry, Frankie. But, and because you was going off to a point where you was talking about, and I didn't want to, wait till after, and he did it with receivers like Marcus Colston. He didn't do it with big name receivers like he had at the end of his career with Michael Thomas. He did all this with like a Marcus Colston and like no name receivers basically that he made, well, he helped make and turn them into like to names, household names.
No, you're right. I mean, he turned Marquise Colson, who was a 7th-round pick, he turned him into literally a Pro Bowl wide receiver. Michael Thomas was a 1st-round pick, but he's Mr. Slants. I'll take that shot right now. I don't care. I mean, he made Ted Ginn relevant. Dude was a deep ball threat in that offense. I mean, Jimmy Graham was like one of the best tight ends to play the game until they left. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, they had dudes like Deuce McAllister. They had dudes like Pierre Thomas, Travis Cadet. I mean, Darren Sproles, dude, guys like that made their careers down there. Reggie Bush. And it's because of that offense that Sean Payton runs. But Drew Brees literally captained that team, and he really, I think he retires, but I mean, he really did a lot for that city, man. It's crazy. And like he did great, man. His whole career is definitely not wasted. Could he have won another title? Sure. I mean, who wouldn't believe that one more Super Bowl title would have made a big name or bigger, splashier name? But I mean, he stays retired, dude. There ain't no way he comes back. I think he's done. He doesn't have the arm strength to get it down the field no more. He's just thinking of Duncan.
Okay, I can dig that. Sean, what's your thing on this?
Look, Elijah literally took every single word out of my mouth that I was gonna say about Brees. He literally
took
took
the props.
No, I didn't think about the hanger, but he literally took it. I like Brees. I'm pretty sure everyone likes Brees. We all know he's gonna be a Hall of Famer. What Frankie said, he kind of like revolutionized the air raid style of the game. I just hate, like Elijah said, I would just hate, like, as much as Brees, how good he is and what the team went through this year. Like, Michael Thomas was banged up a lot of games. Brees had to deal with the injuries, sit out a lot of games. And then he didn't really play all that well in their playoff game. I just hate to see him go out like that. But I'm not seeing any type of Tom Brady-like motivation from him or hearing. Like, I know he's a competitor and everything, and he likes to compete, but I'm not seeing or hearing any, like I said, Tom Brady motivation from him to keep going. Like, if he keeps going, hats off to you. You're dealing with big injuries later on in your career. The only other player really playing that age is Brady, but he's not having big injuries, like getting 11 cracked ribs or whatever and having to deal with it. But I would really hate to see him go out this way, even though it is his time. If he comes back another year and does his thing, even if he don't win the Super Bowl, hats off to him. But I think it's time to hang it up now while you're still on top.
Definitely. Last quarterback. Sean, I'm gonna let you start this one first. Carson Wentz. Where do you see him going, or do he stay in the Philly?
I think he stays. His whole attitude since Peterson has got fired has changed. The Eagles, the brass, the owner, Lori, the GM, Roseman, when they were doing their head coaching search, they were saying they want Wentz to stay. We believe he can be fixed. I believe he can be fixed. I don't think Wentz is as bad as he played last year. I do think Peterson did do some things on purpose to get out of there. But no matter who was under center, I'm going to keep saying it until the rest of the world actually looks at the analytics and the paper and not just be on ESPN blowing smoke to all the guys on there that hate Carson Wentz just because of the stats. If you look at his stats from the Super Bowl year, what?
Max Kellerman.
Yeah. If you look at his stats from the MVP year, which would be the Super Bowl year, in the year after, soon as Frank Reich and quarterback coach John DeFilippo left, no matter who was under center, whether it was Wentz or Nick Foles, neither of them had looked good. Neither. So we all know who the problem was. It was the guy running the offense who had full control, which was Peterson, who calls the plays. That's who's getting all the blame. Like I said, I believe he can be fixed. The analytics prove it. You just got to get back to doing what was there. That's why I said I wanted some coach with some type of creativity. If Wentz does go, I think, which is why this team is so quiet, I think it probably will be to the Colts if they cannot get Watson.
Mhm.
Because Reich knows him to perfection. And, I mean, I know they ain't got any big time receivers, but they still got T.Y. Their defense is great. But I do think that he will end up there if Philly does want him gone. But right now, that's not the case.
Definitely. I honestly think. I mean, that's why they got rid of Peterson, in my opinion, is to try to keep and preserve Wentz. But like you said, if it's anybody that gets him away from Philadelphia, it is the Colts, most definitely. Elijah.
Yeah, I really can't even say anything different than that. Other than the fact that, like Sean said, Wentz is a much better quarterback than people have been giving him credit for. And I mean, with every other quarterback, when they have a bad performance, people tend to look at who they had around them and what their line was like. When it comes to Wentz, it just seems like they look at that offense and don't realize that offense was terrible. They don't bring it up. It's just Wentz was bad, or Wentz can't do this, Wentz was doing it. Look at who he had. Look at what he had. Not a damn thing. A bunch of older players who passed their prime. A line that couldn't give him shit. So it's just like, if you put him in a better situation, I think he's going to be a lot better. That being said, I don't think he's leaving Philly.
Hold on. I want to add something on to what Elijah said. I get you saying he had nobody, but if you look at the Super Bowl year, what our offense was ran on, a biggest name on the offense, two biggest names on the offense were Alshon Jeffrey and Ertz. We basically didn't lose a big part of the offense. You just lost the type of system that Reich was running, which was a quick system where the ball was coming out super fast. People were open either on slant routes or drags and not verticals. I just call it verticals. Man, verticals is what it seemed like what Peterson was trying to run to me. That's not Wentz's game. You have to do something that caters to your quarterback.
True.
Everyone gets catered to. Yeah, he really didn't. But we didn't lose nothing. Like, we lost Nelson Aguilar, who dropped passes all year that year, basically. He was not a big part of the offense to me. Like, that's why I said Peterson had to go. The whole time we were talking about him, he had to go. Like, analytics prove it. You got to be out. You cannot be that bad when you did not lose vital parts of your offense. Cannot be that bad. You got to go. It's your fault. You run the offense. You the play caller. Your fault. Get out.
Frankie.
I don't believe Wentz is leaving. Like you guys have pretty much, hit on is it's pretty much it was Peterson. I feel like driving the force more and more you look at it. But with that being said, maybe it's not Wentz we gotta look at being traded. I wonder if someone will make a move for Jalen Hurts. He showed he could play. I know you're shaking your head, Sean. I see you, and I understand that there might not be a move, but if you could prove that Wentz is still the man, maybe you get something for Hurts, like get your picks back, get maybe a first rounder out of him, because teams would need a quarterback right now. Yeah. Maybe you find a desperate team. I mean, Hurts look good down the stretch. You put him in the right system, like Kyler Murray is in, he could be a good MVP candidate. I think you put him with the right weapons. I mean, Kyler Murray's got DeAndre Hopkins, so I mean, it's not a bad guy to throw the ball to, but still, I think Hurts could be. I don't see the point of keeping Hurts on the bench if you're going to have that possibility of, oh well, Wentz fucks up, we've got this guy to fall back on. It's just going to be a cause of quarterback carousel bullshit. I've seen it many times with the Browns. You don't want that. So I don't see Wentz leaving now. I think they're going to try and fix him. Probably, how many years he got? He's still got 4 years on his contract, 3 years on his contract, right?
3 or 4.
Yeah, he's got a ton of money coming his way. So I don't see them just dumping him for dead cap space. So Jalen Hurts, on the other hand, could be expendable, but yeah, I don't see them moving. It would take a serious, I couldn't even imagine. Let's Sirianni goes, dude, what the fuck Wentz, trash that you. It would be fucking one of those kind of moves. It'd have to be, but no, Wentz stays, I think.
I want to add something since you brought up Sirianni. I don't like the hire, but I feel like he knows enough about Wentz to fix what the problem was. Because there's out of all the guys that the Eagles had gave interviews to, why did Sirianni stand out to them? I'm just saying there's got to be some type of familiarity that he was with Reich and knows something about Wentz. To me, I think that's why they hired him.
I'm saying he was the offensive coordinator for the Colts.
Yep.
And I mean, he's going to run probably the same base system that Frank Wright ran pretty much. And I mean, you got good backs. You got to get young at wide receiver because Alshon and Deshawn are not the guys anymore.
Or
Rager was not the pick. We all know who they should have picked.
Yeah,
Even
right.
I said it.
Justin
you should have
Jefferson.
picked
We all know
Justin
that.
Jefferson.
Or
We all
T.
knew that.
Higgins.
No, Jefferson
T.
all
Higgins.
day. Jefferson all
T.
day.
Higgins was there in the beginning of the second round, but he was a choice too. But no, Justin Jefferson should have been the pick. I even said it, and then they drafted Jalen Rager, and I laughed. I'm sorry. Rest in peace.